welcome to What's Cooking. I'm your host and creative director, Frank Scotti. So at the beginning of the week, our resident wine wonks, Ellen and Laura, decided that they wanted to review box wine. Well, we actually thought it was a great idea, and I wanted in on it. So we're sort of going to divide the tasks. They're going to be reviewing the box wine for things like its shelf appeal, and ease of use and handling, and taste and quality, and of course the overall experience. Here on this show, we're going to be reviewing the packaging form and function. So first, let me give you a little bit of background information. So in Australia and throughout Europe, boxed wine is pretty commonplace and very well received, and you'll even find very premium wines in a box. So here in the United States, up until very recently, we've seen sort of a slow adoption to the boxed wine, but that's changing very rapidly. Between March 2009 and March 2010, we saw wine sales grow 5.3% in the United States. In comparison, the same period, we saw boxed wine sales grow 17.9%. So that's a huge difference, and it's a huge growth above wine bottles themselves. It's also telling us that boxed wine is literally stealing shelf space away from bottles. Let's go into the studio, take a look at some box design, form, and function, and talk about them a little bit more. Okay, so we went to the mass grocery stores and bought some readily available boxed wine, and some of the first thing we're going to notice is that there's quite a range of size and shape in the packaging than there used to be. This is great news from a design and marketing point of view. Where previously we were designing on a tiny label, now we have a much larger surface area and much more sides to really expand upon the wine, the brand, and the experience of what we're going to be tasting. The other thing we're going to notice is volume. One bottle, 750 milliliters. Box wine, for the most part, are 3 liters, or the equivalent of 4 bottles. There's a lot of advantages there. From a production point of view, we're filling it once, we're getting 4 times the volume in there. That's going to save a lot of time and money. We don't have to cork and bottle and label 4 different times. The second advantage is weight. Boxed wine, which is the equivalent of the 4 bottles, is less than half the weight of the glass. That's going to significantly reduce transportation costs, and it's also going to considerably reduce greenhouse gas emissions that are related to transportation and other issues. They're both recyclable. The glass, the cardboard is recyclable, and so is the bladder inside. So they're sort of on an equal basis there. One of the other advantages is that the bladder inside of the boxed wine is said to keep the wine fresh for up to 6 weeks, whereas once you uncork a bottle, the air gets in there, you got about a week to drink it before it goes bad. If you're anything like me, I hate pouring wine down the sink, and I do it quite often because I just don't drink it fast enough. Maybe that's my problem. All the other benefits of the boxed wine really equate to a much lower on-shelf price for the consumer. We're looking at about, let's say, the wine being same for same, 1 bottle costing about $10, 4 bottles in a box would cost about $20. So I'm a consumer going into the store, I'm going to buy 1 bottle, or I might look at the boxed wine and say, wow, I can get 4 times the volume for just double. So it's really a 50% reduction in cost for me, or a 50% savings. So what is really left? Well, taste and quality and the overall experience, and maybe the ease of handling, the issues that Ellen and Laura are going to be figuring out as they're drinking each one of these. So maybe they have the good part, maybe they have the bad part. I don't know, we got to wait and see. I'm very optimistic about the boxed wine. So if you're a winery here in the Central Coast, or really anywhere in California, and you're thinking of getting in on the boxed wine phenomenon and grabbing your share of that 17.9% growth, give Recipe Food and Beverage Marketing a call. We want to work on some more of these projects. I'm Frank Scotti, your host and creative director. This is What's Cooking. We'll see you next time. Ciao.